What's going on, everybody? This is Sean with the smoking section. Back in the smoking section, lighting up a Romeo and Juliet 1875. I'm really excited to try and smoke this one up. I've done Romeo and Juliet cigars before, but I haven't done a live version of them. I'm gonna just move my camera down just a little bit because that light's right there behind my forehead. So yes, the 1875 is from Romeo and Juliet. Now, the reason why they call it the 1875 is because this is actually the year in Cuba that Romeo and Juliet actually started. So they wound up doing kind of like a little shout out to the Romeo and Juliet ancestry all the way back there in 1875. And I got to tell you, I've already lit it. I wound up, cutting a nice little V cut in there. I've taken a few puffs off of it, and the only reason I wound up doing that was because this is actually take 2 of this cigar review. Right now, if you live in New Jersey, you know what I'm talking about. There is a bunch of storms out there right now that are just messing up the Wi-Fi. They're messing up everything. As if COVID wasn't bad enough, we have to deal with thunderstorms and rain and downpours that just happen like every other hour. So I've been having a little bit of trouble. Hopefully this one actually takes this time. If not, I'm going to say screw it. And I'm probably just going to try and make this a regular video instead of a live. But I got right back onto it. We checked out the Wi-Fi. Everything's doing okay. So I'm going to keep smoking this cigar and talking to you guys about it. And just let's have a good time. And hopefully my computer doesn't crap out again. Or the Wi-Fi doesn't crap out. So right off the bat, we got Darian coming in. Yo, D-Hub in the building. What it do, brother? Yo, man. What it do with you, brother? Just chilling out today. We are just chilling out. It's Monday. It's an absolute beautiful day right now, besides the weather. I started my first day at my new job today. So everything was just kind of, I was waking up early at 4:30. I worked 10-hour days today. I worked 10-hour days Monday through Thursday. And I just found out that for the next 3 weeks, we're doing overtime every Friday. So I am like ready for this. I am absolutely ready for this. And real quick before I continue on with my story, so the first couple puffs, I wound up getting kind of like a woodsy taste in the beginning, along with a little bit of vanilla and a little bit of a coffee taste to it as well. Now, this one is very, very hard on the draw that I've noticed. It seems like I constantly have to do a couple mini puffs just to try and get any smoke with it, which I kind of enjoy, but at the same time, I kind of don't. But I know why they did that. These cigars are very, very quick burning cigars. So they're going to burn, like right now, it's burning while I'm talking. I'm not even puffing on it, and it's burning itself all the way down as much as it can without me actually drawing on it. Now, for the price range for these cigars, you're looking at anywhere from about $6 to $7 and for like a single, and you're looking at anywhere from like $72 for a 10-pack, $29 for a 5-pack, and like $164 for a box of 20. Now, they're still a really, really good cigar. And like I said, if you like a cigar that kind of burns quick, you don't have a lot of time, these are only going to burn for anywhere from about 25 to 45 minutes, depending on the size of the cigar. So real quick, let's get back to the chat. Jay White, what's up, brother? How was your Turkey Day weekend, brother? Well, dude, it was very, very relaxing for me. I said it in the first video, but that one just got deleted because of the Wi-Fi issue. But I wound up having like 6 days off for a Thanksgiving holiday. So it was kind of like, it was nice, but at the same time, I was just ready to get back to work. I'm a worker. I love getting my hands dirty. I love diving into things, tearing things apart, welding, all that stuff. So it was really, really nice to get back to work. So I was very happy to go in for my first day today. Everything worked out great. The guys that I work with seem like they're pretty cool. But I've only gotten, to know a couple of them so far just from passing and everything. So it was a really, really great day so far. Ted Urbanski, who is joining us for the very first time in the smoking section and on YouTube, says welcome back. He did join us in the beginning video, but like I said, the Wi-Fi just kind of crapped out on me. the storms all over the place are just messing with things. So so far we're doing a little better than I was, because I haven't had that little your Wi-Fi signal is low sign pop up yet. So everything seems to be working out really well. So one thing I like about this cigar so far is, as much as it's getting a little bit of like a little hill and a little valley in there, it is correcting itself really, really well. That will correct itself. I'm hoping, fingers crossed. The more that I continue to burn on it and just pull on it, and the flavor is really, really nice as well too. So the flavor is doing a really nice job of just being a very, very medium cigar. This isn't going to go too much into the mild side of life. It's just very, very medium, and it's a really, really good cigar so far. The ash seems really, really solid. I do have one pretty big crack in my ash right now, but I'm sure that will just stay there for a little bit until it gets a little too heavy, and then it might just break off of the front top. But for right now, it's doing a really, really nice job. For those of you that are just joining me right now, because yes, this is a live, I'm smoking the Romeo and Juliet 1875. And it's a really, really great cigar so far. I've already gotten some hints of a little bit of wood, a little bit of vanilla, some coffee. Now that I'm kind of getting a little bit deeper into it, I'm getting a little bit more of like some pepper tones, but it's not very much pepper in the way that you would think it would be. It's just a very, very nice collaboration of everything in one. And the pepper is just kind of there as like a little like, hey, I'm here. Don't worry about it. I'm just giving you a little bit of flavor. So it's doing a really, really nice job right now. And like I said, I mean, for right now, the one thing that I'm not overly thrilled about is kind of feeling like I have to do a couple little mini puffs just to try and get this thing to really start, taking a form of smoke. But I really do enjoy this cigar when it comes to just the flavor wise. So I don't mind taking those couple extra puffs just to try and get a lot of smoke. Just for the sheer fact of if I have to draw that hard on it, that means that it's probably going to last a little bit longer. But I do enjoy a lot of smoke whenever I try and bring it in, because I like to push a little bit over my tongue. I like to keep a little bit in there, and I like to do the nasal exhale as well to try to really dive in there and kind of see what those flavors are all about. If you're going to try and ask me what I lit this all with, I got my CIGAR V cutter, which I lit and cut in the very first video that now got deleted. And I got my Vertigo dagger. Perfect combination that I just love. They're both like that gunmetal, like copper, bronze kind of color with everything. I think they go really, really well together, and I love them both. So I've been sticking with them for quite some time now. Real quick. So in case you don't know about this or you haven't seen it yet, the smoking section is doing its very first just in time for Christmas giveaway. This is something that I've been wanting to do for a little while now, and it's a really, really awesome little gift pack. So what's in it is I got a couple stickers in there for you guys. I also have a Drew Estates leather rose carrying humidor. It looks like a little lunchbox, a little suitcase that holds about 50 cigars, I believe, in it, like 50 to like 70, depending on how much you smush them in there. That's in there. I got a very nice Drew Estates leather rose straight cut, and like 3 patches, and one of those gaiters that like hang on your neck or like sock your neck, and then you pull it up and everything. It's a really, really nice set. If you remember when Drew Estates brought out the leather rose, it wound up, bringing out these like little bitty items with it, and they were like a must-have for a lot of cigar smokers. So I was able to get that donated to me from the Smoking Dog. Jonette Kraft wound up donating that to the smoking section for us to do the giveaway. So for you to get into the giveaway, you're going to want to like the post with a heart. So how you do your little emotions, you got the like, the heart, the funny, the angry, the whatever faces. You're going to want to like it with a heart. That's first and foremost. Second of all, you're going to want to comment your favorite Christmas song. Third of all, you're going to want to be a member of the smoking section. So if you're watching this and you're not a member of the smoking section, what are you doing? Go to Facebook groups, look up the smoking section, check out the page, request to be in the smoking section. I will approve you. You'll get your own little prayer hands with the cigar, a little welcome sign that I tag you in. And then those three things right there will get your name into the drawing. The drawing is happening at 6 o'clock on Saturday, 6 o'clock p.m. on Saturday evening. I'll mix everything up and I'll be pulling out names. Now, here's the catch. If you want to get your name in twice, so once for all the original stuff and the second time for double your chances to win this, you got to go to the Smoking Section YouTube page and subscribe. Now, yes, it is an honesty factor, but you're going to want to go to the smoking section, hit subscribe, and then you're going to go back to that Facebook post and you're going to type in blessed in all caps. That is you telling me that you did this last and final thing, and I'm putting you down for 2. So let's just say Darian, Mr. D-Hub in the building, wants to do that, which I believe he did. He put blessed. He liked the post. He's already a member. And he wound up giving me his favorite Christmas song. I got him in my phone as D-Hub with 2 next to it. So that way he can get his name in that box 2 times for double the chance to win this. So keep that in mind. If you're looking for this type of a giveaway, you don't have to do anything. There's no purchasing. You're not going to have to buy shipments. You're not going to have to do anything. And nobody on Facebook knows this, but there's a little extra that I did not put in the post that you're going to be receiving. It's going to help, quote unquote, take up the time during your Christmas vacation, and something that we all like to do to help pass the time. So with that being said, if you're watching this and you're not already a member, go there, check it out, and get into this entry. I guarantee you, you're going to love it. Woo, this is a really good cigar. I'm really liking this Romeo and Juliet, I got to tell you. So those are my big announcements for right now. I was going to say all that in the other video, but I got to talking and then the Wi-Fi kicked out. But I'm done talking about the Wi-Fi. We're back on. We're here. We're live. Let's keep smoking away. So how's everybody doing today? I hope everybody is doing really, really well on a Monday. Like I said, it's been a really, really great week for me so far. And I know what you're thinking, Sean. It's only been one day. The week has just started, but I started it out on a good one. So it's been a really great week so far. So I am very accurate when I say that. I got to tell you, with this cigar right now, the vanilla that's in this cigar doesn't really give it a sweetness. So when I smoke this cigar, how vanilla kind of has like a sweet, not candy taste to it, but a very, very sweet, almost like honey kind of sweet taste in some cigars. The vanilla in this cigar is more of like a smooth vanilla. It doesn't really have a sweetness to it. It has more along the lines of like the taste of vanilla. It's not like it's going to really go, over with abundance of vanilla. It's just a very, very nice, calm, cool, collected vanilla that's blending really, really well with the coffee that's in this as well. And I'm really, really enjoying this so far. It's been really nice to have a cigar that's just very, very chill. It doesn't have a very complex flavor profile, but sometimes that's nice. Sometimes it's not about trying to pick out, what type of wood is it, or how much vanilla are you getting out of this, or what kind of coffee is it? Is it Folgers? Is it Maxwell House? Is it a cappuccino? Sometimes it's just nice to get those little undertone hints of different flavors that just that are there. You can taste them, but you don't have to pick them out specifically. And I don't have to think too hard with this cigar. It's a very, very relaxing cigar. It's a good Monday cigar. Let's put it like that, where you just got done 10-hour days and you just want to kick back, relax with a nice cigar, but you don't want to overthink it. You just want to light it up. You want it to be a good cigar. You're going to light it up and you don't have to think too much. You're just going to keep going with it. And that is the Romeo and Juliet 1875 for me so far. The flavor profile is just absolutely amazing right now. And I was going to try and kick the ash off, but I think I'm going to let it stay on a little bit. I think I'm going to let it stay on, and let's see what it actually does. Now, whenever I get pepper, like any type of pepper in my cigar, and I do the nasal exhale, usually I get like not like an overabundance of burn, but there are cigars out there that are a lot spicier than this one. And I got to tell you, doing a really, really nice nasal exhale on this is just the smoothest out of the cigars that I've done so far. This one just has a really, really clean burn to it. It's not like overpowering. I can taste, the different undertones in there. The pepper isn't trying to be in your face. The pepper is just kind of joining hands with everything in there and just kind of going along with the ride. It's not trying to be the first one in. It's not trying to be the last one out. It's just a really, really good cigar. And I really have enjoyed the first third so far. And, like I said, I'm only on like 16 minutes and 40 seconds as of like right 2 seconds ago. But it's doing a really, really nice job. And Ted's asking me, is it robust? Not so much. Not as much as you would think it would be. If anything, it's more of just like it is a very medium cigar. It's going to be very full of flavor, but nothing that's going to like kick your teeth in kind of flavor, or something that's going to make you scratch your head and go, what was that? To me, I like to say it's a very easygoing. I don't want to say simple because it sounds like I'm degrading the cigar, but it is a very simple cigar. It just has a very, very nice tone to it. It has a very nice flavor about it. And I just really enjoy the way that this thing just comes off the tongue whenever it goes through, your mouth, your nasal passages, everything. It's doing a really, really nice job of everything. So Karen Sinatra Horbon is saying, when I stopped smoking cigars, it was the biggest mistake I made of my life. So my resolution for 98 is I'm going to start smoking cigars again. I gave them up about a year and a half ago, and I now, hopefully that'll come through soon. Hopefully. Realize that it may have been my one last fun, interesting thing to do. David Letterman. Thank you, Karen. Karen, for those of you that don't know, Karen is our resident quote giver. At least once a stream, Karen comes in here and gives us a nice quote, whether it be from somebody famous, somebody old, somebody current, somebody new. She always comes up with a really good quote. So thank you very much, Karen. And yes, that was from David Letterman. So I'm sorry that David Letterman doesn't smoke cigars anymore, but more for us, I guess. And I know what's going to happen. I'm going to show you guys my ash, and it's going to fall on my computer, but we're going to try anyway. Right now, you can see those really, really big crack lines in the ash right there. One's about here and one's about here. But even with those in it, it's still pretty solid. And that one to the, more towards the front really goes all the way around. And it's still really holding pretty nicely. It's not moving. It's not wobbly. You can see me kind of shaking it up and down. And it's doing a really, really nice job. One thing that I have noticed is it got a little bit, like a little bit of a crack in there. Like the outside wrap is really starting to kind of come off. But I'm going to, just kind of keep an eye on it and see what it does. But right now, everything's rolling really, really nice with this cigar. And I'm really enjoying it. So as I said, the Romeo and Juliet 1875, this Romeo and Juliet actually originated in Cuba in 1875. So them kind of giving a shout out to their uh, past selves with this cigar is a really, really nice way to do it. It doesn't have a lot of those Cuban cigar flavors that you're going to be getting in a normal Cuban cigar, though. What I found is a lot of Cuban cigars have a lot of like wheat or like a grassy taste to it, a lot more earth, and it doesn't have a lot of other flavors in it. Maybe a little bit of vanilla, maybe even like a hint of coffee here and there, but it's not really staying true to that original Cuban product that was out there in 1875, at least from what I would think, especially with it being in Cuba and them starting in Cuba with cigars. I'm not a big fan of Cuban cigars. I know that they're all the rage, and people always ask if anybody can get Cuban cigars to sell in the States. I just want to throw it out there, and this might be just my opinion, but from what I found, any cigar shop in the United States that says that they sell authentic Cubans, I'm throwing down the BS card, because I can almost guarantee you that if they were authentic, you'd be getting shut down, because they are still outlawed to be sold in America, by cigar distributors. Now, if there's somebody on Facebook who's selling authentic Cuban cigars, I might be more tempted to believe that, just for the sheer fact of you can bring cigars back with you from anywhere you want. Any place that sells authentic Cuban cigars, if you go on a trip and you bring them back home with you, they are not going to take them out of your luggage. But for Cuban cigars at a mass quantity to be shipped to the United States and sold in a cigar shop, I'm going to call BS. Unless it's in Florida, because everything goes through Florida. Cocaine, marijuana, probably Cuban cigars. But nevertheless, I'm not a big fan of Cuban cigars. They don't do much for me. I think that the hype about Cuban cigars is only because they are outlawed. I kind of like to think of it as like a, what do you call it? When alcohol went through like the prohibition and it was outlawed, like everybody wanted it. Like nobody could get enough alcohol. There were speakeasies and all that stuff because it was outlawed. So I think, like with anything, if somebody says you can't have it, the moment somebody gets it, it's like the best thing in the world, because you're kind of like breaking the law, or you're going against somebody's wishes. So I think that's kind of where the hype of Cuban cigars come from, to be honest with you. They don't really do too much for me. I mean, I've had a few good ones. I've had a lot of bad ones. But I got to say that the Romeo and Juliet 1875 is not one of those ones that I would consider a bad one. And it's not even a Cuban cigar to go through. And I just really, really enjoy this cigar. And real quick, I'm gonna pass it over to my father back here. What are you smoking tonight? So my father said that he is actually smoking the same thing. So, I lost it. Lost my ash. I knew it was going to be coming soon. I was doing too much moving around, but that's okay. So I didn't ash myself. It's actually on the table. If you look down here, it's just like right there. See it? It's right there. See? Didn't ash myself. So that's a plus. So when's the last time, and I want anybody to answer this. If anybody can answer this in the comments or in the chat, when was the last time that you actually had a Cuban cigar? Did you enjoy it? Did you like it? I kind of like the way that, I kind of like the way you can get somebody's opinion through something like this, where, Cuban cigars aren't really my thing, but if somebody else has had a good experience with Cuban cigars, and I'd like to hear about it, because it's kind of like you could go to 5 different people about a deal that they have going on at Pep Boys, and 2 people might say that it was the worst deal of their life, and 3 people might say that it was the best deal of their life. Who do you go for? Who are you going to believe? It's kind of, do you believe the masses? Do you believe, the 2 bad ones? Whatever the case may be. So, I kind of like getting people's opinion on it, just to kind of see how everybody likes the Cuban cigars. Do they go for them? Do they really want them? Why do you want them? That's my biggest thing, is what what makes you want a Cuban cigar as bad as you want it? Like, that's my question to anybody in chat right now. I would love to know, because I guess I just want to see how everybody feels about things like that. So it's really starting to come unraveled right here. I don't know if you guys can see that too well, but it's really starting to come unraveled. And I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to fix that or not. I'm going to keep trying to smoke it and see what's going on. I mean, it's not a bad cigar. This could have been in my humidor for too long. I don't think that I wound up, having it out for too long, because it's been in my humidor, and I've had it, with, the Bovita packs and everything on it. But, it does seem like it's a very thin layer of wrap around this cigar. It doesn't seem like it has a lot of girth on the outside for the wrap. But I'm going to keep going, see if it corrects itself. I mean, I know you can't correct a crack, but I want to see if it just keeps burning through that and just keeping itself somewhat, contained. So I want to know, how was everybody's Thanksgiving? I wound up putting out a couple videos on Thanksgiving Day. 6 of my favorite cigars for Thanksgiving, or ones that I thought that would go pretty well throughout the day. And then I wound up doing a cigar review right after that. That's why I looked the same. I think I had the same shirt, the same hat on and everything. One was in my bedroom, one was out here in the garage. But honestly, my Thanksgiving was great. I wound up splitting my Thanksgiving. I wound up going with having dinner with my parents and some of their friends, who are also my friends as well. And I wound up leaving for dinner, and I wound up going over to Jess's house and having dessert with her and her family. So right now this is me and Jess's first everything together. So me and Jess started dating in January 2nd. And we wound up, going through all these holidays for the first time this year. So this is going to be our first Christmas together. It's going to be our first Thanksgiving together. It's, our first New Year's together. So it's really been a great experience. I love her to death. She makes every holiday just that much better. She really does make me so happy. And she's so supportive of everything when it comes to the cigars, to my job, to everything. She's just very, very supportive throughout it all. So I cannot thank her enough. I'm not sure if she's in the chat or if she's just kind of watching from the back right now or not, but I just can't thank her enough. And if she's not watching, that just goes to prove even more that I don't need her to be watching for me to give her a shout out. But real quick, let's get back to the cigar. I know I'm kind of going off on little tangents here and there. It feels like it's been forever since I've seen everybody or seen everybody's chat. So I just feel like kind of talking a little bit. It's a Monday, and it's a really good Monday for me. So I'm really, really excited about that. So the cigar is kind of loosened up. I'm about at the halfway point for the cigar, and it's really kind of loosened up. It's still kind of in the same spot with that crack. In case you haven't seen it, that's the crack. But this is actually the first cigar that I've had that's actually done this. Romeo and Juliet is not known for this. They're really, really good constructed cigars. So I'm thinking it's probably just maybe the weather, or maybe something with my humidor. I'll have to check out. But the cigar is doing a really, really nice job of just maintaining that flavor. It hasn't done too much changing around with anything. It's just very mellow, or not mellow, very mild throughout the whole cigar. But it's very mellow. What I was going to say originally, it's very mellow when it comes to its flavor profile. It's not very drastic. It's not like a roller coaster where it's going up, down, over, left, right. hitting pepper, hitting cream, hitting this, hitting that. It all just kind of stays together really, really nicely, and it's just kind of very consistent all the way through so far. So I'm really, really enjoying this cigar, and I'm really, really loving the way that this cigar is just coming to. So it's a really good cigar. Real quick side note, um, there might not be another video that comes out this week. I'm going to try and give my computer to an expert to kind of take a look at everything. If anybody's ever watched any of the videos on my YouTube channel, the ones that I upload, not the lives, there's a little bit of a stuttering problem with the computer, and I'm not sure if it's just it goes so far and then it needs to catch up and it just stutters throughout, like it's having trouble maintaining things. So I'm going to have somebody check out my computer, so that way we can, put out better quality videos, and the way there's no stuttering or anything on it. So there might not be another video coming out this week if I can find somebody to take a look at the computer. But if nobody can look at it this week, I'm going to, obviously try and put out another video and just see what I can do about, keeping it to a minimum on the stuttering. So real quick, Ted Urbanski is saying, glad you had a great Thanksgiving and your videos were informative. Well, thank you very much, Ted. I appreciate them, my friend, as always. And there's my lady love. Jessica is saying, I'm here, Mama Monroe, miss you. So there we go. So good to have you in the chat, Jess, as always. I was just saying some very nice things about you, and you didn't even have to be in here for me to say it. So that's brownie points for me. Jay White is asking what everybody is smoking tonight. So answer Jay up. Tell him what you're puffing on. If you are smoking anything tonight, let him know what's going on with that. And Susan Monroe is happy that Jess is here. So that's nice. My mama loves my girlfriend, which is a change. Yes, Jess has been very, very, a very, very great addition to our family. She's just amazing. She's supportive. She's just awesome. We all love her. I love her more than my parents, obviously, but it's just been a really, really great experience throughout everything. Me and Jess have a little surprise for everybody that's going to be coming soon in a little bit. No, there's no talk of weddings and everything right now. She's got to finish school. That's her first priority, which that's what I make sure her first priority is. But we do have a little surprise coming out for everybody that is coming in soon. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. And I'm not going to tell you what it is. You get no hints, no nothing. But it'll be nice. I really, really enjoy the consistency of this cigar. I know that I've said that already, but I really enjoy the consistency. Sometimes it's nice to have a cigar that has a very wild profile when it comes to, like, it starts out here and it changes here and it goes up here and then comes back down to a low here. But every once in a while, it's really, really nice just to have a cigar that's just very easygoing. And the Romeo and Juliet 1875 is just that cigar. It's just very, very. I hate saying the word simple, but I don't know what other way to describe it. It's a very simple cigar. It has a very awesome profile when it comes to its flavors and just the way that it consistently burns. Like I said, I mean, right now, it's still just very, very consistent. It's very straightforward, and it's just doing a really nice job of keeping itself in that same, what's the word I want to use? I don't want to say consistency because I've been saying that the whole time, but it stays very, very true to itself. It's not coming off with like a big flashy band. I mean, as you can see, just some red, some white, the gold, which is the 1874, and and then like a little bit of yellow right there in the middle. Um, it has just a very simple band on it, and it's not screaming, you know, check me out. But the flavor profile behind it is just a really, really simple flavor profile that you're going to enjoy. It's definitely a cigar that you can bring to like a family picnic, or go golfing with, or just go out for a drive. Put the top back, light up a cigar, and just kind of cruise around town. It's just a really, really nice cigar when it comes to just the consistency of the flavor and just the way that it burns. And even though that I'm having a little bit of trouble with my wrap right now, I mean, it's still staying in that one spot. It's not really unraveling. It's not coming off. It's not, I mean, I'm not touching it, but it's not really doing too much when it comes to that. So I really, really like this cigar just for that reason, that it's staying true to itself, and it's doing a really nice job of just not trying to be something that it's not. It's not changing its flavor profile a bunch of times. It's not going through a bunch of different steps to get you from A to B. It's just staying straight at the same speed, cruising down the road, and it's just doing a really, really nice job. Now, when it comes to that pepper, I mean, the pepper is definitely starting to, be a little more present right now as I'm getting down towards like the last third of the cigar. But I mean, it's doing it's doing something that I didn't really expect it to do. Um, it went from being like a mild cigar to kind of touching a little bit on the medium side of life, especially if you're going through that nasal exhale. Um, I base a lot of my cigars what I not rate them at, but what I say they are. I don't really like following some of the cigar reviews on different cigars. Like if you go to Cigars International and you see that like it's a medium to full bodied cigar, I don't always like to go by those, because depending on who smoked that cigar, it might be a medium to full bodied cigar for them, but it might be a very mild to medium cigar for me. So I usually try to go through and do like a nasal exhale to see how much pepper and spice I get out of a cigar, and how much it burns, or how much intensity that is. It's kind of like eating a hot pepper. What's the difference between a jalapeno pepper and a ghost pepper? Well, you're not going to know until you eat it. And once you eat it, depending on how hot or how long the temperature lasts on your tongue, is going to give you that, intensity of how spicy that pepper is. I kind of do the same thing with my cigars, where I wind up doing a little bit of a nasal exhale and just kind of seeing how long that pepper kind of lasts right there, like in the back of my throat, and kind of in like right underneath your, like the top of your mouth, like right in that area, but in your nose, to see how long that peppery taste kind of lasts, to see how long, or what kind of a cigar I feel as though this is turning into. And I got to be honest with you, it really is kind of turning from a full out medium cigar to like a medium and a touch of mild. So it's doing a really, really interesting job of kind of introducing a lot more pepper about halfway through the cigar, going more into that first or that last third of the cigar. And the woodsy kind of, I don't even want to say it's oak, but it's just like a woodsy kind of taste. It's matching up with the pepper so well. Um, I'm not getting a lot of the vanilla right now. The pepper has kind of pushed that out of the car and made it walk. But the coffee is a little bit in there as well. It's more of like the last little end trail of the release of the cigar. But one thing I will tell you that I'm noticing right now is it is starting to unravel a little bit more, which is really, really sad, because I still have a lot more of this cigar I want to smoke. So I'm going to try and keep this as flat down as I can, just to see if it keeps burning up. I don't want to burn it or torch it, because then that's going to burn a lot of it off, and I'm just going to ruin the cigar. So I'm going to try and keep burning it and see if it burns evenly, or at least gets itself down to about this one crack where it stops, and see if I can, if it evens itself out through there. But it is a very, very easygoing cigar, even in the midway point. Even with that pepper that's in there right now, it's still a really easygoing cigar, and it's not going to kick your butt. It's not going to knock you on your butt, and it's not going to make you salivate like most full-bodied cigars might do. Even with it touching on that medium side of life, it's still not really making you salivate too much, and it's still just, it's enough that you can handle, that you don't feel as though like you just ate a ghost pepper and you're just having a hard time smoking it. It's a very, very easygoing cigar. It picked up the pace a little bit with the pepper, but it's still doing a really awesome job of just being able to stay pretty consistent just without the vanilla. The vanilla is pretty much gone at this point, at least for me. The pepper has kind of taken over, along with a little bit of that oak, or the little bit of that wood, and a little bit more of like that coffee flavor, but mainly towards the back end of my exhale. I'm really upset that it started unraveling. I got to tell you, it's really kind of upsetting me. I'm almost half tempted to just trying to snap it off at this one point, just so that way I don't ruin the cigar too much. I'm going to try it real quick, just see if I can bend it right there, make a crease. And just kind of take it off there. We'll see. We'll see how it does. I wound up tearing it off right there, just because I didn't want it to start, gaining weight or starting to burn upwards and start unraveling on me as I get down towards the bottom here. I mean, I'm almost done with the cigar. Like I said, I'm going to probably smoke it up to about here. That's about where I end my cigars for most of the time, unless it's a really good cigar. Then I'll fingertip it, or I'll make it look like a roach. But it's doing a really, really nice job right now of just, trying to correct itself. But right now, I think the damage is pretty much already done, unless it just kind of burns itself evenly for the rest of the way. No, we have confirmation. My father's Romeo and Juliet 1875 cracked as well. So, I mean, could it have just been the batch? Could it have been the way that we store ours? What temperature do you keep your humidor at? Okay, so my father keeps his humidor at 70. I keep mine anywhere from 68 to 70. So maybe it could have been like it needs a little bit more moisture. Maybe it should have been like in like a 72. But I mean, it's something you could play with, D Hub saying a roach. Yeah, when you fingertip it, when you only got like this much left, like you're from here back, you only got that much left. I call it a roach. You just kind of like trying not to burn your fingers. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if it was the way that was stored, or maybe it was just the batch. I'm not sure. I mean, I don't always blame the cigar. The cigar company for the way the cigar comes or reacts. Sometimes I blame the distributor. If you have gotten something, from like JR Cigars or Cigars International, you don't really always know what stock they're giving you. Was this one of the ones that was sitting out? Could this have been a bundle that was, kind of last in, so they had to get rid of that before they started selling their new stuff? You never really know. You just kind of have to trust them that they keep everything at the right temperature, but who knows? All I know is I'm getting through it. We're gonna finish this cigar and just have a really, really great rest of the evening. And get ready for work and school and whatever else tomorrow. So hopefully everything goes all right for the rest of the week. So other than that, how was everybody else's Monday today? I'm very curious as to seeing how everybody else's Monday was. I know that you guys all heard about my Monday. I started my new job, blah, 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 blah. How was everybody else's Monday today? Was it a pretty good Monday for everybody? D-Hub saying it was productive. Very nice, man. It's always nice to have a productive day. So I feel like if you have a very productive day, I feel like your days go by quicker because you're not sitting around just watching the clock. You're not, sleeping the day away. You don't feel like you wasted the day. It feels like you wound up actually doing something. And I love days like that. Today was a little slower for me when it came to, just trying to do things because I'm still kind of learning their systems, and there's things that I know how to do, but unless something breaks down, there wasn't really too much for us to try and jump on. But we had a few jobs that we wanted to try and get accomplished, and everything, it made the day go by. So as long as the days go by, I'm good with that. Honestly, I am. I love Ted Urbanski saying seemed like Saturday. Ha 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 ha. Yes, every day is Saturday for Ted. Ted is retired, and he deserves it though. I mean, he was a police officer. He's a damn good friend of mine. He's an awesome guy. He's in our Corvette club. He's just an awesome guy. So he deserves to have every day be Saturday for him. D-Hub say, pray for my bro Jack, cigar enthusiast, as he bets on the Eagles' demise. Oh well, I don't think that I'm going to pray for him on that one, brother. I think he needs to either make a choice to jump off the Eagle bandwagon and join a real team like the Dolphins, or just keep expecting a lot of defeat this year. I just think that the Eagles are. They're in a world of hurt right now. Honestly, I feel like I haven't watched a lot of football this year. I've been pretty busy with work and stuff like that. But honestly, I feel like the Eagles head coach just wasn't what they thought he was going to be. Yes, he was there for a Super Bowl win, but he also had a stacked team, and then they got rid of everybody. I don't think Carson Wentz is the answer. I think he got really lucky, but once again, he's always getting hurt, or he's always choking, or he's throwing pick sixes. I think he has good moments, just like any quarterback has good moments, but do I think he's a franchise quarterback? Absolutely not. Do I think that he was worth the big contract that he got? Absolutely not. Do I think any football player deserves that kind of money? Absolutely not. I think that there are some people out there that help to make this world go round, such as doctors, nurses, blue-collar people that do things that you and me couldn't even imagine we needed, or that there was somebody doing that job that deserved the money that they're getting. Sean Monroe for Prez. Yeah, I'm being honest. Not like I like to get political, but I don't even really talk politics. I feel really bad that as us as a people in the American society, like right now, I look at what I'm doing right now. I'm on YouTube doing videos. I'm not asking for money. I'm not asking anybody to give me anything. I'm not looking to make this a full-time career. People that wind up making videos on YouTube for stupid things, like stupid vines that just dumb down your brain cells, that get paid thousands of dollars. I don't agree with that. I think that there are so many professions out there that are so underrated, that they don't make hardly anything. They make just enough for their family to survive in a two-parent household. And sometimes it's not even enough for a two-parent household, and it's hardly not even enough for a one-parent or a single-person household. And I just find that really, really sad that we put more money into people that just entertain us than we do people that actually make the world go round. And that's my own opinion. There's a lot of people out there that use their money for good. I just did a post on what's his name? Oh God, played in Jack Reacher, or not Jack Reacher. What's his name? He played in having a brain fart here. Can't think of his name. It'll come to me. There's people out there that actually do good things with their money. People that make a lot of money that wind up giving it back. I did make a post on it on Facebook, but there are people out there that do good things with their money. But then there's a lot of people out there that don't. I think me and my father were just talking about somebody's net worth was like over $1 billion. And we were talking, saying if that person wound up giving everybody in the United States $1 million, they'd still be just fine, and people could live a little better. But that's my politics talk for tonight. I don't really like politics. I don't really get into it. I have my own theories about things, and you guys don't come here to listen to me talk politics. But I'm just a very big believer in, you give back to, people that helped you out. And I always try to give back, whether it be a shout out or, some cigars or whatever, because I want to give back to the people that have supported me and have been there for me. So I guess I'm a little different when it comes to things like that. But hey, you know what? We're here for cigars. I love everybody in the United States. I do. I think that everybody has something good in them. It's just whether or not they choose to show it or not. That's the difference between the people that don't get as much love than others. But that's just what's that? Almost. But that's my political talk for tonight. And that's like one time out of I don't know how many videos. But nevertheless, the cigar has really kind of gotten into I don't want to say a lull, but I did have a little bit of a spot where it feels like it was starting to kind of go out on me a little bit. Almost did. And we're back. So the cigar has kind of stopped unraveling itself. I think I cut it off right at the good spot. This will burn out pretty evenly now, from this point on. And I got to be honest with you. I'm going to give my rating on this cigar right now, because not much has changed other than the pepper has gotten a little bit more present in this last, little part of the cigar. Honestly, I'm going to give this cigar like a 4 stars out of 5. Now, there was no point in there because I think that it really is just a 4-star cigar. I don't want to give it anything less because I really can't say whose fault it was of the cigar unraveling. But the flavor profile is on point when it comes to just consistency, when it comes to not being overpowering, when it comes to being very even all the way around with all the different flavors. It's just been a real joy to smoke and just relax with. The construction of the cigar was a little bit shaky just when it came to unraveling itself. The draw was a little bit harder than I normally like. I'm sure that could have changed up if I did a straight cut versus the V cut. I'd have to, do a straight cut on one and see if that changed at all. But other than that, I mean, the construction of the cigar was pretty good other than the unraveling and the little bit of a tight draw. But I mean, the cigar itself is a really great cigar. It's very affordable when it comes to that, $6 to $8, a cigar price, depending on where you go. Like I said, I believe that it was like $29 for a 5-pack, like $72 to $75 for a 10-pack. And it was like anywhere from like 140 to 170, somewhere in there for a box of 20. So, I mean, all in all, the cigar was really good. The other thing that I wanted to bring up was it did feel like, and I think that has a little bit to do with the draw aspect, but it did feel like I had to do a couple little mini puffs every time just to get some decent smoke to come in. Um, I really can't just like take one puff off this now and try and figure out, I mean, I guess I could, but I'm also down towards the end where it's also a little bit looser. Um, it seemed like I had to take a few little mini puffs just to try and get some real decent smoke, to bring in. But all in all, I mean, it was a pretty good cigar. I mean, I'm already at 55 minutes, and I think the first video was like 13 minutes before it took a crap on the Wi-Fi. So I mean, it was about almost an hour cigar. Which is a little quicker than normal. Usually when I finish up this cigar, I usually smoke like for the last 30 minutes and I post everything after I end the video. So, I mean, it's right on track for the rest of them. It didn't burn that quickly. So, I mean, I was a little surprised at that, but I think that this was also rolled a little tighter. So, I mean, there's a couple different factors in there. But yes, I'm going to give this cigar about a 4 stars out of 5. It's a very, very good cigar. If you just like a very medium and a touch of mild in your cigars, it's a beautiful cigar. And I really enjoyed smoking it with you guys. But hey, like I said, I mean, it kind of stopped. Like I said, it did stop unraveling itself. It's going to burn itself straight through that crack, and everything's going to be A-okay with this one. So for the Romeo and Juliet 1875, cigar good, cigar bad, cigar was awesome. It was a really, really good cigar. Take the construction out of it. If the flavor profile is what you're looking for, it's a great cigar with a great flavor profile with an even better price of like $6 to $8 per cigar. Check them out. If you can grab some, grab them. I'd start off with maybe a 5-pack. Grab a 5-pack, throw them in the humidor, and save them for like a road trip. Save them for like if you're going out on the golf course and you bring 2-3 cigars with you. They're great cigars. They're not going to make you salivate over the top like some cigars do. They're a very easygoing cigar, very simple, but a lot of flavor in that profile. So with that being said, I'm probably going to call it here, guys. I'm going to go ahead and finish this one up. I'm going to post this video. I thank everybody for coming out and chilling out with me tonight. I'm very sorry for the original video, kind of getting a little messed up, but we got right back into it. We came right back in, and we were able to finish this bad boy up. And I just hope that everybody has a great rest of the week. Like I said, if you're not already a member of the smoking section, please check it out. It's the smoking section in Facebook groups, or you can check us out on Instagram at _smoking_section, number 1, all one word. Give us a check out. And if you like these videos and you like what I'm doing, hit that like button. If you're new to the YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. Hit the little bell to give you a notification when we go live and when a new video uploads. And I just hope everybody has a great rest of the week. So with that being said, I'm Sean from the smoking section, getting ready to sign out. As always, stay blessed, stay smoking, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.